Now, it's not very often that a hero is at the top of two different tier lists, and that hero right now is CeCe. CeCe is at the top of the EXP tier list for solo to 5Q, and also at the top of the gold lane tier list for solo to 5Q, pretty much making her a must-ban pick. Now, on my past few videos, I've been playing her in 5Q, and I get a lot of comments from people being like, oh, well, CeCe can't carry in solo or duo or trio. CeCe can't do this, she can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Guys, listen. Sometimes you gotta learn when to blame yourself instead of the hero, and this is one of those moments. There's a reason why she's at the top of every single tier list right now, and if you're not getting value out of it, I'm sorry to say, but that's, to be honest, a brutal truth, a you problem. But let's fix that today, alright? Instead of getting mad at me and crying in the comments now, watch this gameplay all the way through because a lot of you guys even say you dominate in early and then lose later. So watch it to the end and you will see how to full carry your games on CeCe. Now, here is the build on screen. This build really hasn't changed at all. It is still the strongest build for CeCe. You can also use Brave Smite instead of Impure Rage, but I personally prefer Impure Rage for that extra little bit of damage on the enemy because CeCe at the end of the day is a poke hero. Now, one thing that you can do is completely freeze the lane. If you are playing in very high elo, I suggest full freezing the lane. In my opinion though, if you're able to zone the enemy marksman off of 1 or 2 minions, you are doing a very good job, and that is exactly what we accomplished here. Now, I should have paid more attention to the minion waves here, which is my first mistake. Here, Mia gets this minion and she also gets a freeze closer to her side, making it easier for her to farm. Obviously, if I was way more locked in and sweating my ass off, this Mia would have not gotten a chance to farm any minions, simply because all we would have done is waited for her to clear the first 2, and then after she clears the first 2, we would have poked her out, which means that my minion would be 1 versus 3 of the enemies, which allows you to let that minion kill yours and then freeze under your turret. So if you want to freeze, that is the best way to do it. Let them clear the first 2 and then poke them out. But overall, you can see this is complete domination. Like, there's nothing that Mia can ever really do against a CeCe. So as long as you're playing it correctly, you're going to have a good time. Farming the crab, farming my minions, getting my gold, and all I'm looking for is to zone her off, and if I can't, no worries. You can see how annoying it is to gank a CeCe. Like, this Khalid came in and almost died for it, and so did this Xavier, almost dying to my Cyclops, and in the end this Khalid ends up dying for it. CeCe is super annoying to kill, and because of that fact she is very strong on gold lane. Now, why is it that fighter gold lane is relevant at all? Well, they completely shit on the scaling of gold laners in general, which means that fighters who need less gold to be super strong are going to have a better time. You can see here that I clear mid lane, I cut this lane, I get some farm. Of course, I'm taxing my mid laner, which is, unfortunate for them, but they're not there. I get some gold and I come right back down to lane. You can see that Mia couldn't take the crab in that time, and she's also about to lose this minion because she still doesn't have level 4. So now you can see just how oppressive CeCe can be. It's just insane, isn't it? I went mid, I taxed my mid laner, I come back down to bot lane, I zone Mia off the big minion, and now I'm just playing for all my minions and this gold crab. And what can they do? There's absolutely nothing they can do. Even if the enemy picks a fighter gold lane like Xborg or Ruby, they will still struggle immensely versus you, so do keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can rotate a lot, so make sure to abuse this. Now, since my opacity for my thing at the bottom of the screen, which shows my regen and war axe stacks, is low, I'm just going to relay this to you guys. I didn't start rotating till I got my war axe. If I rotated, it would be to go to mid lane to farm extra gold, so do keep that in mind. As a fighter, you have one main job: get to your item that power spikes you and then start doing things on the map. And on CeCe, your main power spike comes from war axe, so because of that, make sure that 110% you're trying to avoid taking unnecessary fights until you have this item. Once you have 6 stacks of war axe on CeCe, anyone that you ult and first skill gets completely shredded. There is nothing that they can do. Look at this Mia, for example. I'm standing under turret and I'm able to do that much damage to her that easily. Now you might think, oh, I might die. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Even if this Mia inspires, I'm too strong once I get war axe. It says epic outplay. What did I do? Press one button and walk around? Come on now, game, please. But still, And on some real shit, you can see how oppressive it is. Then you might be like, okay, but what about versus Granger? What about versus Harith? It's all the same, guys. It's all the same. You destroy them equally. Harith, who's strong at oppressing in early game, struggles versus you. Granger, who's strong after level 4 with poking people out, struggles versus you. Ruby struggles. CeCe struggles. Sorry, not CeCe. Exborg struggles, right? So, just in general, CeCe is the strongest hero in the game. So make sure that you're abusing it and playing it properly. Now remember how people said that you can't have too much impact on gold lane? Well, look at the amount of impact I'm able to have on CeCe here. And look at the fact that we're pushing mid, getting this kill on their jungler, and then also immediately pressuring their roamer. And after this kill on their roamer, we can immediately pressure their mid. Just look at how brutal this is. And if we manage to kill this Xavier here, there is nothing stopping us from taking this mid turret as their mid trio is dead. So I'm going to let my team do that as I go to stop this Mia from split pushing. I'm going to take this crab as well and keep perma farming myself up. You guys can see just how broken it is and how easy it is to scale on CeCe. And now you tell me, am I not solo carrying this game? Maybe not 110%, I don't have 4 people on my team with chocolate medals, but at the same time, we're able to have so much impact. And even if my team was slightly worse, we would still be having a good time. Obviously, it would be a little bit harder to end, but it wouldn't stop me from being in the position that I'm in now. I decided to swap lanes here just so that my Badang could rotate more, but now this fight is happening, so let's go to it. This should solidify my point. If that Ruby was on gold lane, she would have struggled 10 times more than she is right now. And look at how hard it is for Ruby to lane into CeCe. And that is my point exactly. There's no hero. They picked Exborg as well, right? And Exborg's supposedly a good pick into CeCe. Of course better on lane, but look at how much he's struggling too. Now, if you guys don't want to be playing CeCe, make sure that you ban her, because I promise you, you're going to let CeCe be open one game, lose to it miserably, and then you're going to complain about it and permaban it anyway. So avoid that and just permaban it now. I mean, look at this Xavier, bro. What the fuck? One yo-yo and he's dead. And look at this Exborg, he's also dead. And then I dash out through the fucking wall because I have a dash that can do that. This hero is stupid. Super easy to get value out of, almost no skill required, but you win so many games. If anyone's wondering, I have a 100% win rate on CeCe this season, and I am playing in 150 stars currently, and keep in mind that I was spamming Silvanna at the start of the season, so I didn't start playing CeCe till I was already in mythical immortal lobbies, and my CeCe isn't even that good. Yes, it's decent, but that is 99% carried by the pro scene macro that I was fortunate enough to learn from my coach when I was in NACT. Overall though, the difference between my level of CeCe and your guys's is barely anything. As long as you're doing the things that I'm doing, you're going to play her at the same level or even better than me. You spam your first skill, press your ulti when it's available, dodge the enemy's skills with your movement stick, and that's about all the micro you need to know on CeCe. See how Ruby got destroyed, Exborg got destroyed, Khalid got destroyed, Mia got destroyed? Everybody gets destroyed. It is absolutely insane. So now you tell me, maybe this isn't a solo carry game, because I didn't have 4 teammates that were 0 and 40 like it happens in your games, right? But at the same time, I was able to put a hard carry on for my team with my performance. Here I wanted to do the Lord, but my team had other plans, aka feeding in mid, so let's go get these kills back. Okay, well maybe we weren't able to get any kills, but we quite literally zoned 5 of them into their turret. Like, what the fuck do you mean 5 people on the enemy team got stuck in their turret while my Cyclops soloed Lord? What hero in this game can do that? Besides CeCe. There's definitely a few, but CeCe is the easiest one to do it with. How fucking crazy is that? As you can see, CeCe Gold is very playable, brain dead, easy to use, and absolutely insane to carry with. It is so simple and easy to carry. Apply the tips that I was doing in this gameplay, and you are going to have a great time. Player on XP, player on gold lane. If you're a solo queue player, queue EXP in gold lane and pick CeCe. You are going to win so many games. Of course, takes a while to learn the macro and everything, but once you do, it is so worth it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one.